North Korea could force South Korea to get nuclear weapons if Donald Trump does not stop Kim Jong-un from becoming more aggressive with his foreign policy, said a South Korean expert. Rachel Oswald, a foreign policy reporter for Congressional, spoke at quarterly Roosevelt House Public Policy Institute at Hunter College. She said, "I traveled to South Korea and I had a question in mind: what is the likelihood that South Korea would get a nuclear weapon? And this is what I found. The answer is more probable than not that the country will pursue a nuclear weapon in the near future, in the next 10 to 20 years, but only if two things happen, and those two things both need to happen. The first thing is that the North Korea nuclear crisis must worsen." Getty, Roosevelt House Public Policy Institute. North Korea warning South Korea to pursue nuclear weapons if the US does not stop North Korea. Basically every person beside President Donald Trump and his select cabinet of advisors thinks that Kim Jong-un is not prepared to give up his nuclear arsenal. Rachel Oswald. Now President Donald Trump is very excited about the prospect for denuclearization talks with Kim Jong-un, but basically every person besides President Trump and his select cabinet of advisors thinks that Kim Jong-un is not prepared to give up his nuclear arsenal. The South Korean leader, Moon Jae-in, will meet with Kim Jong-un on April 27 for a historic Korean summit, and President Trump is set to meet the North Korean leader later this year. Ms. Oswald added, "He has worked too hard, pushed too hard to just give up this thing now. It's in his Korean constitution, and they talk about it all the time in their state propaganda that they're not giving up their nuclear weapons. And most people think we should take them at their word." However, Donald Trump last week gloated of a strong card he holds in trade talks with South Korea, and may hold off a future agreement until a deal is reached with North Korea on denuclearization. Ms. Oswald said, "If denuclearization was to happen, it would be the work of a generation, not of a few years. So if North Korea has a nuclear weapon that can hit the United States, then the expectation is that they will become much more aggressive in its foreign policy and make South Korea do things that they don't want to do. They may try to weaken the bond between South Korea and the United States and inject fear and uncertainty into the alliance."